Hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to teach you 3 basic moves you can do solo at a wedding, especially when the dance floor is crowded. And at the end I'll show you how you can mix them together. Let's start. Let's start with the footwork. First what I want you to do is pick up left foot and you're going to step on the left foot on 1, then tap with the right toes on 2. Let's try that again. We have 1, 2. Okay, then right foot is free, so we're going to lift it, put it down flat, tap the left toes, and we'll just keep switching between the two. So it's a step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, and step, tap. Now once we have the footwork, I want you to notice which foot you're tapping with. Let's say if the tap happens with the right foot, I want to lean the torso down the opposite direction. So for the torso movement today, we're going to use the crunch, which is just this motion of the torso down. So you go through the center, drop it, center, drop it. You want to think of it as bringing the shoulder down and the torso just follows that shoulder. So it's not really a shoulder movement because you're not lifting, you're not isolating the shoulders at all. You're dropping entire torso from your waist down. Let's try it together with the step. Starting with the left foot, we put it down flat. We have 1, 2. Remember, the right toes touch the floor. We're leaning, we're doing the crunch to the left, the opposite direction. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you just keep switching. Same movement over and over again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. We're going to bring the elbows back. So this is just a sway, very simple. The arms just go slightly forward and back. Let me show you from the side. Swing them forward on the first beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice and loose. I don't want the movement to be too controlled because this won't help us look more relaxed. It will just do the opposite. Okay, so just swing. It doesn't have to be even, it can be sloppy, you want to look lazy with it. This will help the overall look of the movement. 5, 6, just the feet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now bend the arms, keep them loosely bent. Identify which foot you're tapping with and just lean the torso away from that foot. Crunch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can snap if you're just keeping the arms by your sides. And then elbows back, optional. Okay, good job. What's going to happen here is you're going to lift the heel on the second beat on the snare drum, 1 foot at a time, 1 heel at a time. In between you have to shift weight, so don't keep the weight in the middle. It's not this, right? It's harder to lift the heel if the weight is on that heel. So if you're going to start moving your right heel up, the weight will be shifted onto the left leg. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2. See how the body shifts a little bit side to side. 1, 2, 1, 2. And notice that when you're lifting the heel, one knee goes forward. But this just makes us look a little bit stiff because we're not changing levels, we're staying upright. So let's just add the other knee and we'll bend both at the same time, more or less the same amount. Same beat, also on the snare. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So see my body drops a little bit every single time I lift the heel. We're going to do the torso rock. So this was the motion where the upper body from your waist goes forward with straight legs and then you lean back when both knees are bent. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is just the rock by itself. You're rocking back and forth. And we're just going to put it together with our heel up motion. So first we'll prepare the torso forward, legs are straight, and then when you're leaning back, you're going to bring the heel up because this was our snare, right? The heel up was going up on the snare. forward, back, forward, back. We'll do it very slowly. When the legs are straight, when both feet are on the floor, torso is leaning forward. When the heel is up and both knees are bending, that's when you're leaning back. I'll face you. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Forward, back, and forward, back. Don't make the torso movement exaggerated. This will throw you off rhythm. It will definitely not look natural, so you always want to go for the smallest movement. The smaller, the better. Okay, so we'll start with the heels this time. We're finding the snare. On the snare drum, lift that heel, bend both knees, so we have our foundation going on. At the same time, as the heel goes up, we're going to lean back, back, back. Arms are bent slightly by your side, and feel free to snap if you want to stay on beat, and if you want to loosen up the arms. 1, 2, and 1, 2. You're going to shift weight onto your left leg, lift the right heel a little bit, and we're going to drop that right heel 2 times. So you're going to go 1, 2. On the second heel down, you're going to shift weight onto the right foot and switch to moving your left heel. Left heel will go up and you'll drop it 1, 2. Then switch 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going with 1 tap and then you step on that heel. You're putting the weight on the heel. Let's try a few more times. Start with the right foot, lift it, lift the heel a little bit. 5, 6, 7. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Keep in mind the feet shouldn't be too wide apart. If they are too wide apart, it will be hard for you to shift weight very quickly. And if we do the movement to a faster song, you do need to stay on beat. Well, you need to stay on beat to any song, but especially a faster beat, it's going to be easier to shift weight if your feet are shoulder, hips width apart. That's enough. Let's try one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Very small movement. Notice I'm not bringing the heel all the way up. I'll show you the side view in a second. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. From the side, it will look like this. We're starting with the right foot. 1, 2, 1, 2. You're just lifting it off the floor a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now what else is happening here? Because I'm shifting weight, one leg is free. So you're going to let the knee over that foot bend a little bit, right? We're not tapping with straight leg. Yeah, there is a move like that. It actually exists, but we're not going to do it today. So you're bending the knee a little bit, it will go forward, and then once you're bringing the heel down, the leg will straighten. Now, what you can do with the torso, so it's not just standing there, it's not just still, we're going to twist towards the foot that you're moving. So if you're tapping with your right heel, you're going to twist to the right. If you're tapping with the left, you're twisting to the left. 1, 2, 1, 2. When am I twisting is exactly with the first tap. So on 1, this is when the body shift happens. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's not going to be a big movement, so just small angle for the torso. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a very cool movement if you just want to blend in with other people on the dance floor. You're not going to bring a lot of attention to yourself because you're just pretty much standing there and tapping out the beat. So this is the tempo of the song. 1, 2, 1, 2. First we have to find it, and then we'll prepare the foot, lift the heel a little bit. 5, 6, 7, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. First start with the heels. get the rhythm going, and then twist. One, two, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Arms are loose, they don't have to do anything specific. Let me show you how to freestyle with it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.